Who will Nogi or the Kengan Association pick to fight the man, the myth, the legend, Shen Wulong, also known as the Connector, also known as basically the strongest? It doesn't matter. No one can beat him. Who is Nogi gonna pick that will basically not only be able to fight Shen, no, but also have a chance at winning? And even Metsudo is pondering this question, because a lot of people are saying, well, Nogi is kind of impressive for what he did in the negotiations in the last chapter. I agree, that was impressive, but it'll be all for naught if you can't find someone who can actually beat Shen. And so, as I was thinking about this question, basically, I was pondering, I was like, okay, who is it that Nogi could pick? And there's only one person. There's really only one person you can actually pick. And it's Kuroki, unfortunately. There is no one else that makes the cut. And I'll just say why, okay? So, first point to say why it can't be anyone else. We hear Yan say, what if it was Kano? What if it was Ryan? What if it was Lo Long? This statement by Yan suggests that, well, first of all, he knows how strong Agito, Ryan, and Lo Long actually are, and that he's just saying it won't matter. So he has tabs on them, it seems. And even knowing how strong they are, he says, nah, don't matter. Which means anyone of that tier of power is out, right? So Jurata, for example, there's no way they're gonna pick him because he's basically relative to Agito. We had his fight Joruta versus Agito just a few chapters ago, where it was made very clear that they were on the same level. And then there's Oma. Maybe some people think, oh well, Oma, he's stronger than Ryan, Lo Long and Agito. But then you have his showing when Shen was right there. I don't think a lot of people noticed this, but Oma could not perceive Shen. Meanwhile, Terashi did. That's pretty bad, if you ask me. And there is that time where it seems like Oma turns around and he sees Shen. No, see, Oma is reacting not to Shen being behind him. No, he's actually reacting to Carla and I forgot the other assassin's name that were chilling with him, both falling down, and there's the thud sound. He's reacting to them falling over. That's why he looks behind, because they were behind them. And then there's the fact that while Shen was, chilling and whipping the asses of two former fangs of Metsudo, Holos and the random dude named Jay, he was just stunned. And then there's the latest chapter where he was hiding behind Joji. That to me was like, nah, it scratches him out. Even if you think Oma is above people like Agito, right now, it can't be. Which means, really, you're gonna have to bring in the king of basically the Kengan matches. He is the only feasible option left, unless there's a cross-verse and we get Yujiro Hanmo or a Fist of the Seeker character. I haven't read Fist of the Seeker before, but unless we get some other lads from other series in here, then there's no one better than Kuroki. Keep in mind, even though the last time we saw Kuroki, he said that Jurata was just as strong as him, it has been a while since the Kengan vs. Purgatory tournament. And so, there's a lot of room for improvement, okay? Maybe Kuroki had a breakthrough of some sort. There's also the fact that I think Kuroki's portrayal in the story and in other material where he's mentioned, he is seen as the current strongest, you could say. For example, right? Don't know how much this information is worth, but in the crossover series between Baki and the Kengan series, it was mentioned where Kuroki was basically compared to Yunjiro Hanma in the sense that they're referred to as the strongest respectively, you could say, within their own verses, right? Now, whether or not you think Kuroki is Yujiro Hanma, listen, I'm not gonna stop you. Not today, at least. The point is, he has the portrayal. Most people have been wanting to see him basically fight. And he still holds the title of the King of the Kengan matches. And so, there can't be anyone else that fights Shen. I'll be very surprised if it isn't Kuroki. Because really, no one else stands a chance. At least a reasonable chance. Because this character has to be, at a bare minimum, right? He has to be stronger than, of course, Agito, Ryan, Wulong, and Oma. He has to be. Unless there's a time skip of some sort. Where the match between, or the match with Shen that they're talking about just happens like, I don't know, 6 months from now. I don't know. But I don't think that's gonna be the case. Then you'll have to pick basically your strongest fighter right now. And Kuroki Gensai is that guy. He is the king. Now, will Kuroki win? I know this is gonna sound weird because I have said that Shen will probably just beat anyone he fights at this point. That's what I think. But there is a chance that, of course, Kuroki Gensai could win. Again, I've mentioned that he could have improved vastly off of the last time we've seen him. But there's also the fact that Shen usually goes, he's like Oma, essentially, where Oma will do things that might disadvantage him. However, it makes the fight more fun for him. I think a good example, a recent one at least, is Oma's fight against that sumo guy, I forgot his name, where instead of fighting him the normal way where he definitely would have won, basically, he chose to fight him head on. And so, you could say Shen could do the same thing, which might leave a gap for him to be defeated, although, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that will be the way, or at least I would hope it wouldn't be the way the connector or Shen Wulong actually goes down. Because we've seen him do this before, and we've seen, of course, Oma do this before. They have never lost when they've done this. Never. And so, though this is a bad habit, it has never really been the source of their defeat. But we'll see. I think Kuroki will do a lot better than I expect. But I still think he'll lose. Now, if he wins, that'll be huge. That'll be big. But I don't think there's anyone else that the Kengan Association can pick if the match is going to happen anytime soon. Even though Ryan is training right now, I don't think he'll make it in time. To beat Shen, at least. Even though Oma has been preparing in his own way, I think he's too late. Kuroki Gensai is one of the earliest people to see that he was green, and he was actually in the fodder tier, basically. A long time ago, by the end of Kengan Outro, when everyone was saying, oh, he's the strongest, he was like, I'm trash. So, hey, I say, go with that guy. No one else. No one else makes the cut. That's it. If you like the video, like and sub, all that fun stuff, and until next time, take it easy.